everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you my everyday makeup routine, but with drugstore products. I only have one exception. My brows are high-end, so I'm really sorry, but everything else is drugstore. I chose drugstore products so you guys can actually go and purchase any of these products that you really like because they are more affordable. A few of you have requested me to do an updated everyday makeup routine because the first video I ever filmed, that was the only time I'd ever done it, and that was like 2 years ago, so it has drastically changed since. But yeah, here is how I get this makeup look. If you are interested, carry on watching, I guess, and see the products I use. Let me know what your favourite drugstore makeup product is. I really want to know and see if there's anything I can pick up next time I go to the drugstore. So yeah, here's my makeup routine to get this look. Yay! So on a daily basis, I don't usually use primer. I prefer moisturisers, so I'm using the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturiser. I have really dry skin, so I literally just massage this on my complexion so that I have like a smooth and dewy base. And while that sinks in, I'm going to use my brow product. I am going to admit I have never found a brow product that's drugstore that I like, so this is the only product. I'm really sorry, but obviously brows are sort of accustomed to people personally, and this is the only thing that works for me. It's the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate, and I use this literally every day. Like, I'm so insecure about my natural brows because they're so sparse, but so I'm really sorry that I've started off really bad, but the rest of my products are drugstore, I promise. So I literally just put the product, I start from the outwards and work inwards when I'm doing my brows, always, so that the end is much darker than the inner part of my brow. And then I do the same on the other side. I like to make my brows really like defined and dark because my hair is so dark, so it looks really strange that my brows are so like light and sparse compared to my actual hair colour. I'm using the Anastasia angled brush, and I can't remember the number of it because I've had this for so long that it's rubbed off. Okay, and then to carve my brows, I use my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade, what's the lighter shade called? Fair 1. And then I'm using this brush, I think this is an Eco Tools brush maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just using like a really thin brush to help place the product around my brows evenly. For my everyday makeup routine, I don't do anything on my eyes, so that's what I skip next because I usually do my eyeshadow next because then I can get rid of any fallout before I do my base makeup. But on a daily basis, I don't do eyeshadow because I don't have time for it really. Moving on to base, the moisturiser's finally sank in but left like a really nice dewy finish. I like to do my moisturiser before my brows so that it has time to like set in, and so it's not like really slippery when I add my base products. So the things that I use on my base on a daily basis that are amazing, like I'm obsessed with full coverage foundations. So this is the best one from the drugstore that is full coverage, and it's the Bourjois 123 Perfect. So I always mix the Bourjois foundation with my liquid chrome drops from Barrier. Liquid chrome drops are in the shade Beam Me Up, and then the Bourjois foundation's in the shade Light Vanilla. So I mix these on my hand and then blend them together with my finger, and then put them on my face and blend them in with a beauty blender or my Miracle Complexion Sponge from Real Techniques. And then I'm blending that all in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which you can also buy from the drugstore. They usually do quite a lot of deals in like Superdrug or Boots, so look out for them. And yeah, it's a much more affordable sponge that's really good, like a beauty blender, but way cheaper than the price of an actual beauty blender. Then to conceal, I go back in with my Collection Lasting Perfection, and I usually just go under my eyes on a daily basis. I don't bother about like highlighting the centre of my face. This is sort of like an everyday makeup routine that I use for like uni, when I actually have time. Like usually to uni I don't even wear any makeup because I'd rather sleep. But if I was like making an effort for uni, or if I had like afternoon lectures, I'd actually probably make an effort and do this minimal makeup look. Well, it's not really minimal, but it's my everyday sort of look. It's my sort of minimal, even though I'm still using so many products. And then to set my centre of my face and under my eyes, I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I'm not going to do a close-up of this one because it's so manky. They need to sort the packaging out, but I guess you can't really complain because the product's so good. So yeah, I only really do my forehead and down the centre of my face because they're the only areas that get like relatively oily. Everywhere else on my skin is so dry, it's ridiculous. Now moving on to contour. If I have time in the mornings, then I will cream contour. The best drugstore contour kit is this sleek cream contour kit. This is in the shade Light 095 and I absolutely love these. I always use the middle shade to contour, and then obviously the ones that are mainly used, they're great for highlighting, but I sometimes cream contour if I have the time. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contour on my cheeks and on my temples. And then to bronze my cheeks and make everything a little bit more intense, I'm using my 17 Instant Glow Golden Bronze Shimmer Brick, which is like a really good dupe for the Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks. This is what it looks like. It's really shimmery and it's really nice for like a good glow, especially like in the winter and colder months. And I don't really wear blush on a daily basis, so I move on to highlight, and I'm using the sleek Cleopatra's Kiss highlighting palette. These are the shades I'm using, and I'm going to use the 2 powder shades. I literally mix them together all the time. So this golden one and this champagne one, I kind of like do a little bit of mix of both. This brush is from Bobel brushes and I love it. It's like the little stippling-y sort of styled brush, and it helps apply the highlight really well. Like, look how good that is for a drugstore highlighter. Like, that's insane. And it's £10 for like 4 highlighters, which I think is amazing. Gives the best nose highlight, because I have a few comments saying, oh my god, your highlight, and it's literally sleek all the time. Like, all I wear highlighter wise is sleek highlighting palettes and the Sof Des Nails Makeup Revolution collection. So I put a little bit on my Cupid's bow as well. I sometimes put a little bit on my brow bone, but I don't think I'm going to fancy it today. But yeah, and so I put them on the high points of my face as well, so like just above my brows. The drugstore mascaras are always the one, like they are my favourites of all time. This is the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara, and it's my absolute favourite. Like, honestly, it makes my lashes so voluminous and long. Like, I'm going to zoom you in so you can see how good this is. How good is that compared to my other eye? Like, oh my god. For my lipstick, I'm going to use the Milani liquid lipstick in the shade Adorable. This is my absolute favourite. I'm obsessed with these. They're a more matte lip cream range. It dries matte so quickly, and it's like the perfect, like, it's the perfect everyday nude. I'm using the viewfinder as a mirror right now, so sorry if the application's a bit messy. So here is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is how I get my everyday sort of glowy, natural makeup look. A few of you guys requested it, so I thought I would do it for you, as the only time I've done an everyday makeup routine was my first ever video, which I'll link down below so you can laugh at and see how awkward and cringy I used to be when I first started my channel and had no idea what to do. I was so nervous, and you can so clearly tell. This is my everyday makeup look currently with drugstore products. I do usually have a few high-end in there, and obviously my brows, I know. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a drugstore one so that it's easy for you all to go and purchase the products if you want to. You can buy Milani on a few different websites, and I'll link them down below as well, because obviously it's not a British makeup brand and they don't sell them in the UK yet. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this look. Hit the thumbs up if you did, subscribe down below if you're new, and I will see you for another video very, very soon. Bye!